Hello, my beautiful rosebuds. It's your favorite rosebud, Niecy K, and I am coming to you with the makeup tutorial. Keep watching. So my special co-host right now is my daughter, Bella, as you see. But anyway, let's go ahead and get our face ready. We're going to start out with our NYC Smooth Skin Primer so that we can go ahead and get our face primed and prepared for the makeup that we're about to do today. Alright, so at this point we are pulling out that good old handy dandy Vasaline to go ahead and apply on the lips and get those moisturized so that they will be nice and prepared when we apply lipstick. We are now pulling out our NYX Brow Pencil Powder to go ahead and start the shape of my eyebrows and get the ends filled in so that we can go ahead and have some eyebrows that are nice, neat, and, as the young people say, on fleek. We are now taking the spoolie and we were going ahead and brushing out the front part of the eyebrows and making sure that the hairs are laid and the gradient look in the front is going on so that we don't have any harsh looking eyebrows. Alright, we are now pulling out the e.l.f. Brow Kit Powder to go ahead and get the hairs laid a little bit more with the little, it's like a pomade, but it's a little bit thicker. It holds the eyebrows in place also. I'm not sure what it's called, I apologize. And then go ahead and get that powder on and get them eyebrows laid. Oh, and as you can see, my co-host is gone now. Aww. We are now going ahead and pulling out that NYX Full Coverage Concealer so that we can go ahead and start carving the top part of our eyebrows and get the eyebrows nice and perfect. You know how that goes. You want to make sure that the top part of the eyebrows are cleaned up with the concealer that you are using. So always make sure that you take your time so that you can get them perfect. Alright, now we are going to go ahead and pull out the NYX eyeshadow base, Golden, so that we can go ahead and carve out and clean up the bottom part of the eyebrows. And go ahead and also apply that to the lids so that we can go ahead and get them prepped for getting eyeshadow put on. And if you do see me talking, I am talking to my co-host. She is there. Oh, and my husband too. Alright, now it is time to go ahead and get that brow gel put on our brows so that we can go ahead and get them nice and neat and held in place. Now we are dipping into our Morphe palette, yay! And as you see, we take the universal color to go ahead and apply over the entire lid to go ahead and set the eyeshadow base and get it prepped for the eyeshadow. And then from there, you actually don't see, I don't show the color, I apologize, but I take fire on a fluffy brush, blending brush, and I actually just go ahead and apply that into my crease. I am now dipping into that ruby from our Morphe palette, and I am also going to go ahead and get that applied to the crease. And if you saw me make that funny face, it's because somebody was at the door and her dogs were going crazy and nobody seemed to want to go answer the door. So yeah, but anyway, I take a fluffy brush and I apply that to my crease also to go ahead and add more emphasis in the crease. Now going ahead and pulling out our Makeup Revolution Reloaded Iconic Vitality palette, we are going to go ahead and take the purplish pink color and we're going to go ahead and also pop that in our crease to go ahead and add a little bit more color, because I am actually going for some color with this particular look today. So yeah. And my sister-in-law was there to go ahead and record because I'm getting ready to put that video up too. And she was talking to me, so if you see me talking, it's in between my sister-in-law and my husband. And dipping back into our Morphe palette, I am getting some of that brunette on a smaller fluffy brush because I want to get that applied in. Then from there I go back to my NYX concealer and I am actually doing a halo eye this time. So I am applying that in the middle of my eyelid, going up a little bit up into my crease, just a little bit. So yeah. Alright, so at this particular moment we are actually dipping back into our Morphe palette. I actually didn't show you the color, I apologize, but we are actually grabbing Polished from the palette and we are actually popping that on the middle of the lid so that we can go ahead and have a little bit of a shine and a shimmer in the eyeshadow. But it's color, but it's not too much. It's still a little bit more subtle because I am not one of those who wears really bright makeup when it comes to the eye. I'm starting to, but yeah, so baby steps, baby steps. We are pulling out the old trusty NYX Matted Liquid Eyeliner, and we're going to go ahead and pop on a quick line there and give ourselves a little bit of a winged eyeliner with this look, making it a little bit more dramatic than I normally do. Normally I'm more of a subtle eye girl, but today we are actually going to go ahead and we are going to make it a little bit dramatic and feisty. Alright, we are now pulling out my favorite foundation, the infamous Fenty Beauty Foundation, and we are going to go ahead and get that pulled over. Rihanna, girl, thank you for this foundation. This foundation is amazing. Love it, love it, love it. Then we're also going ahead and getting our Makeup Revolution Rose Gold Liquid Highlighter, and we're applying that all over as well. Then we're going to go ahead and get that blended out on the face with our foundation blender. Then we pull out our Wet n Wild contour stick and we go ahead and start contouring the face and getting that all set up and get the nose contoured and going ahead and getting our face carved out and making it a little bit more slender than what it is. Alright, now we are using the NYX HD Studio Photogenic Concealer so that we can go ahead and brighten up under the eyes, go ahead and highlight the nose, add it to the forehead, the chin, and get those areas nice and bright. Go ahead and get that done right there. Love this concealer. It's actually pretty amazing. Just saying for myself. Alright, now that we've added that on, we are going ahead and we are blending out, blend, using my very small beauty blending sponge, and I am hitting those areas, getting it blended out so that we can go ahead and get it prepared, because at this point I am going to go ahead and pull out my banana powder. Hey! And I'm going to go ahead and apply that banana powder in the areas where I added my NYX concealer for highlight, so that we can go ahead and get the baking done. At this point, I am going to go ahead and I am going to blend out where I added the contour lines so that I can go ahead and get prepped and get the bottom part carved out with the banana powder, sorry. Hungry. Anyways, I go ahead and I blend out all over where I added the contour stick so that I can go ahead and get that out the way, and then from there we go ahead and we carve out the bottom part underneath that contour line, and then we get that done, we get that applied. From there, once we get that done, I am going to go ahead and pull out my NYX Highlight and Contour Pro Palette Powder along with my Tarte Park Avenue Princess Bronzer, and I'm going to pop those in the areas where I have the contour lines, so that we go ahead and get that applied and added a little bit more pop to my contour, my lines, and then I go from there and I am wiping off all of the excess banana powder. Then I pull out my Lychee Plus Gold Healthy Glow Rose Gold blush, and I get that applied to the apples of my cheeks and get that all on. Get a pop of that rose gold in my cheeks that still has a little hint of pink. From there, I pull out my Anastasia Beverly Hills Nicole, and I go ahead and I highlight the areas from my, like the bridge of my nose. I also highlight the top of my, like my forehead where I had the couture, and then from there I get my lipstick, and this is the finished look. Hope you guys like it. It took me a little bit to get it done, but I am finally getting this video out to you guys. This was our look for our recording that I am actually getting ready to put out, and if you guys do decide to redo this look, give me pictures, send me pictures, let me see how it came out. I would love to take a look at it. Alright, my beautiful rosebuds, thank you so much for tuning in to this video. I am your host, Nisi K. Hope you enjoy. Again, support, like, follow, and subscribe to the channel along with all of our other medias. Again, everything is Vasabud87. Bye.